Hello everyone, this is Selen and that's Steffi and we're somewhere on the runaway.
And today we're going to talk about how to fall in love with anyone using just 36 questions. So this is actually it's an experiment that a doctor conducted over 25 years ago. So in the early 90s, his name was Dr. Arthur Aron. And he succeeded in making two strangers fall in love in a lab. And the way he did that was by using 36 questions. So the idea behind what we're going to do today is we're going to ask each other 36 questions, taking turns in phrasing the question. And at the end, we will see if we are in love or not. Now, just a bit of a disclaimer, we already know each other. We know each other, so it's a bit of a flawed experiment, but ideally this should be taking place in person and with someone that you don't know. And the reason
this
why—
was an experiment? I thought it was like just questions someone came out with.
No, it was actually an experiment. So I thought it was just questions as well, because it was brought back to light in 2015 with the New York Times article. And in the New York Times—
Yeah, I thought it was just an article.
Yeah, so it made a huge splash, and a lot of like famous actors were voicing the questions and calling it How to Fall in Love with Anyone, and it was just popular back then for that reason. But upon doing some more research, it seems that this was an experiment 25 years ago.
I should look into how he measured if people were in love or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you just asked them, are you in love? And they went, yeah, then that's not really scientific enough, I should say. But Dr. Arthur Aron was a psychologist, so someone in your field.
That's why I was curious how he measured that.
Exactly. Should we get started? Do you want to ask me the first question? Do you want to start?
Sure. So I think we're supposed to alternate asking the questions.
Yes.
And then just a disclaimer, we might not skip over, we're going to answer all the questions to each other, but we might not share them online.
Yeah. So we're still going to—
we just want to do the experiment correctly, so we're going to answer each other, but kind of like skip over it.
Absolutely. We might just fast forward through some very personal bits if they happen to come up.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the first question then.
Let's.
If you could invite anyone in the world to dinner, who would it be?
I feel bad saying someone not that spectacular, but Mick Jagger would be my dinner.
Why is that not spectacular though?
I just feel like, I mean, I'd love to have dinner with him and hang out with him, but you know, a lot of people say like bring up their heroes or some ancient historical people that are super special and interesting, and I just feel like I'd rather just spend a dinner with Mick Jagger, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I agree. Well, my obvious choice is Mariska Hargitay, obviously. Like, I feel like I'm one of those people that you're talking about, who likes talking about their heroes.
That's a lot better than mine. Go ahead.
No, it's not. Yeah, I would definitely want to have dinner with her, in terms of having it be something like, you know, once in a lifetime opportunity or whatever. But I was also thinking, if it was like a group dinner,
Ooh.
wouldn't it be cool to have like band members to like tell stories about their wild days? So like your choice, I had in mind as well.
What was your second choice then?
Guess.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
See, I know you too well.
It is what it is.
The whole band.
That'd be cool. It will be Bon Jovi, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to hear the stories. That'd be a fun dinner, no?
Yeah, it would. It really would.
Was that what you were thinking of as well when you chose?
No, I just want the one. I want all the attention. I don't want to.
Oh, I don't care about the. I mean, I can do the band, but I like want to do more.
That's true. So either or. That's cool. Should I ask you number 2?
Yeah.
Would you like to be famous? In what way?
Well, I'm a Gemini, so that's an easy yes.
Okay.
I would, but I never like wanted to be famous in terms of having some kind of a talent or anything like that. I always wanted to be known for like leading change, and you know, I always wanted to be known as a wise person. So that's like what my answer to that would be. What about you?
Wow. that's so much more reputable again than mine.
It really, it just sounds really dumb to me, actually.
No, it's really great. I mean, I didn't know that you would want to be famous, but I definitely understand what you're saying. Like you'd want it to be for something that you've done and accomplished. So mine is, yes, I would want to be famous. But then for me, it's the opposite. Like I would want it to be for a skill or a talent. So I want to
Yeah,
be
and
famous.
it's an obvious answer for you here, so.
Yeah. So for me, it would be as an actor.
I would want you to be famous as an actor as well.
Yeah. And then secondary fame, I would love to use that skill fame and turn it into being known for someone that does good in the world. Like think Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Next.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
Never. No. I never rehearse what I'm going to say. I find that I just know what to say under pressure.
But is that ever a concern for you?
No.
No?
I just pick up the phone and I'll figure it out. Yeah. You?
No, I don't rehearse either, but I get the feeling of wanting to rehearse because I used to be really shy to be on the phone and I used to try to rehearse. By the way, I'm looking down because I have like pointers here.
That's okay.
I used to want to rehearse, but then I realized that just makes me a lot more nervous about like reciting what I rehearse. So it's just I just go with it as well.
Aw. I didn't know you used to be like shy or nervous about it.
Oh, come on.
No, I didn't know that.
I've always been super shy to like talk to people. And sometimes I actually end up stuttering on the phone, which is like super embarrassing to me.
Oh,
I always get so fucking embarrassed afterwards. I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't do that.
aw.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's not too big of a deal, but yeah, I used to do it. I don't anymore. But I get the feeling of wanting to.
It's interesting. So we're similar on that, but I didn't know you were shy about it. Okay.
Very much so.
Number 4, what would constitute a perfect day for you?
This is really hard.
It is.
Because it's hard for me because I really like surprises. So I like it when something like really good and unexpected happens out of nowhere. That's like my favorite kind of day.
Oh.
Like even if it's something small.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like planning things, I guess.
So an impromptu, unexpected, surprise-filled day.
Yeah, and also I put down friends.
Friends.
Yeah, friends. I obviously love spending time around friends.
Mm.
So yeah, people I love, going through adventures, surprises and stuff like that.
Wow.
But this is awkward.
No, it's not.
It's kind of awkward.
I feel like we're speed dating.
I can see how this would be really awkward for people who just met.
That's true.
Right?
Because I'm about to, like, for example, my answer to that question is, just looking down at my notes as well. My ideal day would be a day where I don't ever beat myself up about anything and just do whatever I feel like doing without like second guessing it or thinking
so
much about it. So
sweet.
I feel like if I told a stranger that, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong?
No, they wouldn't.
You know? Or they'd be like, why do you beat yourself up?
That's really sweet.
But I don't know, I just second guess myself a lot and I think about things so much. So just like a day just being and just not thinking about things would be nice.
Yeah. So being drunk all day.
Yeah, just drunk all the time.
Just not drunk.
Just feeling drunk, but not drunk.
Not drunk, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Is it your turn?
I never would have guessed that, actually.
Yeah. Full of surprises.
Okay, my turn, no?
Yes.
When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
So I love singing, but I don't like singing to other people. Is that weird?
Okay. No.
So for example, my partner asked, like, he goes like, sing, like he'll just sing in the living room. He'll ask me to sing all the time. I don't like singing seriously. I like singing really jokingly. Like I'll make fun of the
Yes.
song or put on a weird voice or whatever. But singing seriously, I do it when I'm walking on the street by myself, which is like, and I have like no shame. I have my earpods in and I'll just be walking and I'll just be seriously singing, not even just mumbling, but like actually singing the song. Whereas at home, I'll just make fun of
But
it.
that's so cool. I want to go on a walk with you then
But see, if I
and
was
hide
alone, I
behind
get too
you.
shy. Oh my God, that's creepy. That's creepy. And how about you?
Not creepy if it's me.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I first of all, to someone else, the last time I sang to someone else was when I was drunk and we were at a karaoke bar.
How
So
recent?
that's that. And to myself, basically every second of every day, whenever I play music, which is like very often, I sing to myself. So I don't know, like an hour ago.
I feel like if I lived alone, I would sing more to myself.
I mean, I always have the music on whenever I'm doing the dishes or cleaning the house, and I always sing along to it. I bet it's really annoying to people downstairs.
Nah, if they haven't complained, just let them have their free concert.
I guess.
Yeah. What's next? If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 6 years of your life, which would you want?
Do you want me to answer first? Yeah,
Yeah.
my turn.
Just say it.
I don't understand this question because obviously body. Like, why would I not want the mind of a 90-year-old?
Well, I think so. My answer is also body, but I can see where people would say, no, I'd rather have like the young mind, like the mind that's not afraid of doing things, the one like someone that's not tired, that can like push themselves, that can just work, or like how they say you get slower as you get older. So I guess the mind of a 30-year-old.
So, yeah.
For me,
I
it's
took,
the body. I would rather
yeah.
have the body of a 30-year-old for.
I want to hear you explain that, but I always also want to explain. I took one class this semester that was on developmental neuroscience, and what I learned was as you age, you do lose cognitive skill, but the connections in your brain kind of, as you have a lot of experiences, you get a lot of connections in your brain, which kind of equates wisdom,
So you get
which
wiser.
is like you
Mm.
get wiser. Like that's why you get wiser when you age. And I would never want to miss out on that. I would love to be 90 and have all the experience in the world and be a wise grandma. That's such
That's
a nice
true.
thought to me. So I would definitely choose body over mind.
That's so obvious then. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
obvious. Mine's more vain. Mine's literally because I don't want my body to age. Like
Ha!
that's, but yours is
I
beautiful.
love the honesty. Love the honesty though. Also, I've heard before women are most confident in their 50s. So like, why would I want to miss out on the 50-year-old confidence
That's
thing?
true. Imagine having the confidence of a 50-year-old with a 30-year-old body.
See, that's what I mean.
Right?
Body for
Love
sure.
that. Love that. Yeah. Yeah.
Body for sure.
What's next? You're
Sorry,
next.
I'm playing with my hair all the time. I just curled it.
That's okay. It's beautiful. Now this is
Thank you.
really turning into like a speed date. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be. So
yeah. Next. It's your turn to ask.
do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
Yes, I do. I've been saying it for the past, and it's your worst nightmare. I've been saying it for the past few years. I feel like I'm gonna die in a plane crash.
Don't say it. Oh my god.
I don't know why. I'll just go into a little bit more detail. So I fly a lot, and I really really enjoy flying. And I love flying, but also death does scare me, and the idea of having a painful death, a long, prolonged, painful death, really scares me. Like I'd hate to get sick and be sick for a long time and die. Oh my god, this is so morbid. So I just feel like if I'm gonna go in one way, I'd rather it be quick and that I not know about it. And I feel like plane crash is the most. I mean, I could also just die peacefully in my sleep, I guess. But I just have a secret hunch about it. I fly too much. Like the odds are higher than normal.
Do
And I know
you
you're terrified of flying, so
Yeah, I'm terrified of flying. I hate flying. And I never thought of flying, like dying in a plane crash, as being fast and like quick. I always thought of it as being terrifying.
Well, it'll be painful, but it'll be over very quickly. And you won't be forgotten, you know?
Oh, I don't hate that now.
I mean, I hate it. I would hate to go that way, but that's just the
That's a
hunch. What about you?
sorry. But do you think that there's like a day that you're supposed to die that's certain?
No,
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't
me
think
neither.
so.
Um, I don't. I never think about my death.
So you don't have a hunch? Have you ever thought about your death?
No.
Oh,
I used to think I would die young, but then that never happened.
you're still young, you know. I
No.
mean, you won't be in the 27 club anymore, but
And yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Um, it's just that I don't know. I never thought about like how I would die. Hopefully, it's when I'm really old. I'm like
Mm.
I get really drunk and die of like alcohol poisoning or something.
Can you imagine your
That
grandchildren
sounds fun.
talking about that? Be like,
So I
Grandma.
don't have to remember, you know. So I don't have to think of. I don't have to realize that I'm gonna die at that moment. So
Um, yeah, that's terrifying. Mm. Yeah. Huh.
dying itself is terrifying. I mean,
I'm pretty afraid of death too, but that's not one of the questions. So,
it's probably one of my like biggest fears. It's
really,
probably my biggest fear.
is that one of the questions? Your biggest fear?
No,
Okay.
no, it should be. We should make one of our own lists.
Yeah. Tell me your biggest fears, your top two biggest fears.
One is death, and then the other one is rejection, which is stupid.
No, it's not. Similar to mine. One is, actually, let me think. I am afraid of death as well. I didn't think I would put it in my fears, but I'm not actively afraid of it. I just don't like it. And another one of my fears is disappointment.
I mean, I would hope so.
Actually, I'll take death out. For top two, I'm going to do disappointment and failure.
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
Next question. Name three things you and your partner appear to have in common.
So this is funny because I did this for my actual real life partner first.
I did in the beginning too, but then I switched it. I realized.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be about you and not him.
Yeah. So do you have one? Or three, actually?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I got confused for a second there. Okay, we both really like making connections with people
Oh.
and having friends around. I think having people around, like having deep connections with people is important to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is our similar taste in music and style. Do you have that as well?
That's one of mine as well. I didn't have
Okay,
style, but
cool.
yes, music and style. Yeah.
And that we both really value developing ourselves in terms of personality.
Those are all really good. So I also had the one about similar music and style. Then I also said that our idea of having fun is very similar. Like it's along
Oh,
the
that's true.
same
Yeah,
lines.
I guess that's kind of similar to people like having people
Yeah,
around as well.
yeah. Or just like what we would just be really happy and content doing and you know.
Yeah,
And then the last one is we're both very adaptable to different background, like different environments. I feel like we're very good at
that's
adapting
very true. Yeah,
to different countries,
yeah,
cultures, groups of people. Yeah, we're very adaptable.
that's very true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Cool. Number 9.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Yes.
For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
My health and my family. So two things, but I couldn't pick.
I put down my little sister.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely health as well.
That's so sweet.
It's because we shared a lot growing up, and she's the only person who would understand most of those things, and I'm very grateful that she exists.
If I had a like a younger sister, I feel like I would say the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Go ahead.
No, I asked you, so you have to start.
I don't want to start.
We can,
Oh
if
my
it's too
God.
personal, we can fast
No,
forward
it's
it.
fine. I would say that I was raised very much, I'd say inhibited almost, but also very free at the same time.
Okay.
So there were certain things that were like no, so like no, that doesn't make any sense. You can't do that. But then there were things that like I was very free to do. For example, a lot of parents get mad about like alcohol, like staying out late and stuff like that. I was very free in terms of those things. And what I would want to change would be that I would want more encouragement, more direction, and more discipline.
Wow. You really thought about it, huh?
Is that a sign for something? Because I didn't mean it for I didn't mean it to be a slap or anything.
No, but that's really good that you're aware of that. So it was, can you repeat them?
More encouragement, more direction, and more discipline.
Wow. I guess I have a somewhat similar one. Just less formalized. I kind of wish that I had a bit more direction in terms of, I wish that my artistic interests were taken a bit more seriously. Because I was given a lot of, opportunities to do all kinds of things, and they were all taken seriously, but I kind of wish they took my artistic side more seriously and give me more classes in like singing and music and like playing instruments and all those things, because I had a lot of other classes, but I wish I was given more direction into that sense, because I made it very clear early on that that's what I wanted to do, but then it was taken seriously, but not seriously enough to focus on it. Does that make sense?
I think it's a similar case with mine as well, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Yes.
Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. Okay, so we're probably going to skip over this one.
But we should do it for each other, right? And then
yes, do it.
So for this one, I'll set a timer, and we'll tell each other our life story in as much detail as possible, as quickly as I can. All right.
Go ahead.
Start now. So now go ahead, Sadan, it's your turn. I'm going to start.
Okay,
now.
so
thank you for sharing.
Oh.
Yeah.
No problem.
This is my turn to ask the next question.
I think so, no?
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to answer. I keep forgetting that I need to answer. I feel like it's like you're gonna answer. The gift of gab.
What?
The gift of gab.
What is that?
The ability to speak well, like to articulate yourself very well.
Really?
Yeah, I would like to have like I would love to have that ability.
Well, this could help with that. As
in writing and in talking as well.
Oh. Wow. That's incredible.
Do you know about the Blarney Stone? I bet you don't, though.
No, I don't.
When I was living in Ireland, there was this castle that you would go to. It's called the Blarney Castle. There were like road trips and stuff to there, and I went on one, and you would go and kiss this one stone in this castle, and it's supposed to give you the gift of gab. And it's really funny because the thing was, people would go there and they would be like, no, it didn't give me that, like it doesn't work. And then the castle had like this tagline where it was like, you just need to kiss the correct stone, like you kissed the wrong one.
How many words?
And what you would do is you would climb the castle, and then you would like bend over backwards, and someone would like hold you, and you would literally be like dangling in the air backwards to kiss the stone. And I kissed it. I have a picture of it. I'll show you one.
And is that supposed to help you
when we're together?
Right? And
it's supposed to give you the gift of gab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think you speak well and you articulate yourself well. Sometimes what you do, and what I can empathize with, is that your thought goes quicker than what your mouth can say. So you end up saying the sentence as you'd like to say it. But that comes with practice. Just
I think so too.
Like what do they call it? Like business speaking classes.
Yeah.
People do that.
I
Cool.
also think it's because I get very like emotional really fast.
Uh, hmm.
So that takes over quite easily.
I think what we're doing now, this can help with that too.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Mine would be to master the ability to never procrastinate or to fly,
Oh,
because I've always wanted to fly. So that's another one.
to fly
Yeah.
as like a bird?
Yeah. As a
That's
bird.
terrifying to me.
I like that. You ask the next one.
Procrastinating, I feel you.
Yeah, right?
My turn.
Yes.
If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I would want to know exactly what I need to do to become successful in the most ambitious ambitious career that I dream of. So I want to know exactly what I need to do it so that I can do it.
Yeah, so you want the path.
Yeah, I want the path to success. I want to know
You
the
want
path.
the how.
Yeah. The foolproof, guaranteed, obviously with hard work, but I want to know what to do.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Um, I would want to know exactly what people think of me.
Oh,
Like, how am I, like, what's people's impression of me?
like people that are close to you or strangers?
I didn't think about that.
Hmm.
I guess people close to me.
Couldn't you ask them, or would they not be honest?
I feel like I would want the confirmation though. Like I kind of have an idea. I just want to have it confirmed.
I understand. Interesting. Okay.
But I wouldn't want to know about the future because I like surprises.
That's true. That's true.
Also, if it was like something bad, I would quit so fast.
Have you ever been to it like a psychic?
Haven't everyone in Turkey been to a psychic?
Yeah. So the
I
answer is
have.
I have as
Yeah,
well.
but it never panned out to anything though.
Mine, I think it could have, like, she knew a lot of things that were true in that moment, which she could not have known. There was no way on earth she could have known. And some of the predictions she made were like really far-fetched and they did not come true. But I think they could have had the potential to come true. Like a lot of the short-term stuff was true. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
she could have also been reading my personality and like
Yeah,
the way, yeah. So the long-term stuff was not true, but the short-term stuff did end up turning out true. It was kind of freaky. Yeah.
it's still weird. What's the next one?
Who's asking it? Me.
You are.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? I want to know the answer to this really.
No, actually, it's the thing. The thing is, like, I'm not a person that doesn't take risks or doesn't take advantage of opportunities. I do that. I don't think there was anything that I've been like dreaming of doing that I haven't done, except maybe be bold enough to put myself out there somehow. And I think this is like what we're doing right now is that. So I can't even say that right now. So,
Okay, that's good. For
but
me,
you,
yeah, I definitely have things that I would love to do. Like I want, if I could be doing anything right now, I'd be traveling the world and making money.
but that doesn't. I mean, things like that. Does that count?
Yeah, because I mean, like I would want to have, I would want to be making travel videos and making my life and my income around that and just traveling. But I can't do that because and the people say to me, "Oh, why don't you start? You can just start doing it, and then that's how you get bigger." But I can't start because I have other responsibilities and I don't have the time to do it, professionally, properly as a hobby. And I have other things I need to do, so that's why I'm not doing it.
But is that more of a preference then? Because you prefer to do the other things more?
No, because I think sometimes, I mean, without going into like financial responsibilities or anything, but I think sometimes there are some things that you actually cannot do. Like you can't just leave everything and do something for certain restraints. If
Well, you can. It just would cost you a lot.
yes, but you wouldn't be able to sustain yourself. You wouldn't be able to feed yourself or
What?
do it
You probably
properly.
could figure it out.
You wouldn't be able to like buy the equipment. You wouldn't be able to like buy the travel, do the thing, and then yeah.
I guess I know what you mean. Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't quit everything and then become a travel vlogger.
The other thing that I put down was go on a road trip with friends.
Oh my gosh. Then why haven't you done that?
Well, because like I want a huge group of friends to go on a road trip with, like rent cars
Yeah.
or even like bikes or whatever.
Yeah.
And go on like a long road trip where it's like a lot of like drinking fun and then like a lot of conversations by the fire, a lot of getting to know each other. But like I just like, that depth of conversation that you get
Yeah.
when you're on a journey with someone.
Yes.
But I feel like no one has time to do that.
You know what though? We just have to make time. We just have to say, this is the week.
But who is willing to make time?
I am.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely do it together.
We need more people, absolutely. I mean, we can also just do it together, but you just got to set the date and then invite the people, and who comes.
I'm terrified of inviting people to things.
I'll invite people to things.
We definitely can plan something though. I would love to.
That's something that we can definitely do. Ask me the next question.
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
That's such a hard question.
Yeah, it really is.
I think I have to go with the cliche answer and just say like my two master's degrees and my relationship. I'm quite proud of that accomplishment as well, because I do think it's an accomplishment.
It definitely is, of course. If anyone understands, it's me, believe me.
Yeah. How about you?
For me, I couldn't figure out like a thing to say, because I never thought of like my degrees as like big accomplishments, because I never wanted them too bad.
Okay.
Like this, for example, if I got a degree here, I would probably put that down as like a really big accomplishment, but I'm not there yet. So I put down becoming someone that 13-year-old me would respect.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I feel like she'd be down to hang out with me.
That's really sweet. Yeah.
That's what I put down.
I'm gonna think of that whenever I feel down. I'm gonna think, imagine how great the teenage you would feel about you now.
I have been thinking about that a lot lately, actually.
Yeah. Oh. The next question is, what do you value most in a friendship?
Care. So caring about each other.
I have 3 things.
I feel like a lot of relationships just depend on like convenience.
Yeah.
So I feel like just really caring about someone in the... Oh wait, someone's making weird noises outside.
Care is very important.
Caring about someone in like the very deeply and in every sense of the word would be most important for me.
Wow. I actually didn't think about that when I was thinking. I have 3 things, but I didn't put care in them. I think it's because I feel like for me, if I didn't care about them, they wouldn't be my friend. I think. I don't have friendships.
I feel like it's really not that for a lot of people though.
That's true. Like
I wouldn't say they don't value being cared for, like caring for someone else. I just think that it's not something that you come across often.
You're right. I just feel like for me, if I'm putting the investment and the commitment into being someone's friend, which the older you get, like the more of a commitment that is. If I didn't even care about them, like I wouldn't bother. Yeah. Mine are loyalty, understanding each other, and able to have a good time together. It's very important to me, because I used to have a lot of friendships where I cared deeply about them. I was very loyal to them, and I understood them, and we were friends, etc. And we had history, but I didn't enjoy spending time with them. And I feel like that's not the kind of thing that I want. Obviously, not every time. You can't only have good times with friends, but if I'm not enjoying the time I spend with them, it's something I need to reconsider whether that's... Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do. You want to move on to the other one?
Yeah, you ask it. I think.
What is your most treasured memory? This is a hard one for me.
I think the one that comes to mind, I know that I have very happy memories and very specific moments in my life that I'm very happy, but the one that comes to mind because it was relatively recent was getting accepted into drama school.
Hmm.
The moment how I felt there, because it wasn't just about happiness of getting in, it was also the excitement of changing my life.
Yeah.
And you?
Um, all I could think about was a lot of memories from university, like from our bachelor's, and the really late nights where we would just go out and get weird food from weird places and get drunk and party at our houses, whatever. But the one night that actually comes to mind is that's like a close one. Do you remember the last time we were together in Turkey and we went out and we bar hopped a few times and we found those kittens in that one bar?
Yeah.
And I accidentally went into the man's room and
Was
like the employee of the bar found me and was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
yes.
And then we like went next door and then the bar was completely empty, so it was like ours, so we played our music and stuff.
Yeah.
That night is like such a good memory to me.
Aww. I was very
Don't you
drunk.
think so? It was so much fun that night.
It was. It was really fun. I a lot of every time I hang out with that group of people, I'm just so
Yeah,
happy.
same, yeah.
I think of
I
nothing
get
else,
so
and I
happy.
need nothing else in life. I'm just so happy in the moment in that
And
group.
I'm like, when I get home, I'm like, that was so much freaking fun. Like,
Yeah.
that was so much fun.
Oh, I miss it now.
Another one I put down was the snowball fight.
that that is one of my favorite memories
That
ever
was
as well.
so hilarious. That was ridiculous.
That was amazing.
I can't believe like people walked in the
I
snow like
did.
kilometers to get to the school.
I
You
walked
did, right?
out of school.
Like a bunch of you
Kilometers.
did.
Yeah, we walked from school all the way down to where everyone used to live in the snowstorm in like a meter of snow. And it was what, like 3-4 kilometers?
Yeah, it's really far too.
And it was night as
It was
well.
crazy. It was really fun though.
It was so fun. That is definitely one of my favorite. Actually, I want that's mine. That's
Yeah,
mine. I
it
think
was
that's
really
mine.
fun. I like that memory.
Oh, if we reminisce anymore, I'm gonna get very sad. And we
I
already
know,
have
me
a sad
too.
one
I've
coming up.
been thinking about all of the times that I had a really good time in university when I was like trying to answer this question. It made me so nostalgic.
I feel very nostalgic too now.
I miss university, like bachelor's years. Like I'm still in university, but
Yeah, bachelor's years was fantastic. Um, well, we're gonna bring down the mood a bit. And
Yeah, I guess.
what is your most terrible memory?
Next speech. Well, maybe we should cut this one out too, no?
Yeah, we'll fast
Okay.
forward it.
Well, there's two things. Maybe we can keep this one in. I remember when I was in university and I was like going through a really depressed period. I remember waking up every morning and feeling so awful because when you're depressed, at least for me, I wake up in a feeling terrible. Like I would wake up really early in the morning and I would feel awful for like an hour in bed, and those were like the worst days of my life, I would say. So
Mm.
that's a big one. And then this one we can cut out. And the second one is well, that
Well,
was an annoying question.
I know, but we had to answer it, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I heard yours. And yeah. Okay,
Were you gonna say something?
no,
Okay. Do you want to go to the next one?
yeah, it's your turn to ask.
Yes.
Let's bring up the mood a little.
Yeah. Okay, 19. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living? Why?
Really bringing up the mood, aren't we?
Yeah.
um, yes, I would change. This is something
What?
I've been thinking about recently. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm not living my life and I'm just waiting for life to happen, and I need to like change that. So basically, yeah, I would do things that I want to do, but figure out, oh, it's like something for later, something that I'll do later, like when I have more time or when I'm able to, or later, later, later. It's always later. Whenever I want to do something, I think I'll do it later, and that has to change. Not just if I knew I was going to die in a year, but um, just in general, because sometimes I feel like I'm not living, I'm just waiting to live. And I used to never have that. It's quite
Is that because you don't feel ready to do it, or is it because you just don't want to deal with it?
I feel ready 100%. And I want to do it 100%. I just feel like it's never the right time. It's not right. It's not, I don't have the chance to. I have so many other things holding me back.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Then you should do it.
But they're mostly
do
fun things. Just like fun things that I want to do.
Yeah, we should. Actually, that's true. We should do those things.
What's yours?
You should do those things.
I will.
Mine. Actually, no. I feel like I wouldn't be like, if I knew that I was gonna die, I wouldn't suddenly change anything whatsoever.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, I would care less about money and about my like health because I wouldn't need to preserve it for too much longer. But other than that, I don't know. I just like have fun and like
I'd have
I
fun.
don't have something that I like have in mind that I'm not doing, so I don't think
That's
I would
true.
change.
I mean, neither do I. I just mean like I would just go and have fun. So much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely drink a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe travel more or something.
Yeah, we can do that together.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does friendship mean to you?
This is a very confusing question to me because I'm like, I don't know how to answer that.
What did you have? Like, what did you know for?
I put down understanding.
Mm.
I said knowing each other's personality, knowing how each other would react to certain events and like how each other would feel in when facing certain things, and kind of acting towards that, towards helping that person and how they're feeling.
I like that. I really
Is
like
being
that.
understood.
Yeah, understanding is so important. I had just a relationship where the two people can be themselves around each other and have a good time with each other. And then just someone that can rely on me and also know that I'm going to be there for them.
So similar.
Similar. Yeah. Good. It's good that it's similar.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to ask next.
What roles do love and affection play in your life?
That's really interesting. I thought about this question quite a bit. And I've decided, yes, they do play an important role, but for me, friendship and companionship and partnership is much more important than love and affection. And in a way, I even say that companionship and partnership is love. But I think this question means like love and affection in that sense.
In terms of like, yeah.
So I'd say it's important, but it's not the most important thing for me.
I agree with you. In terms of like general love, I feel like I have a lot to give, and I love a lot of people. Like I love a lot of my friends. And in terms of affection, like I love taking care of people. That's something that I try to do quite often. So I feel like it is important to me, but I feel I kind of agree with you in the sense that I think companionship is more important to me.
Oh. That's cute.
That's cute. What's the next one?
Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner and share a total of 5 items. How do you want to do this one? I already have 5 things. Do you?
We like say one and then the other one goes? I think so.
But
okay.
I feel like I'll be very tempted to get all gushy and like, oh, but we can't. I say that we don't mull over them. We just say it and then move to the next one. Okay. Start.
I put down bold, not afraid to do things.
You are intelligent.
Genuinely nice and caring.
My next one is very caring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No surprise there. I told you I cared about
very
about care.
Yeah, you care about caring. That's my positive characteristic for you. Next.
Oh yeah, my turn, right? Extremely talented.
Very, very inspiring.
Really?
Yep. No, Yorumyok. We keep going.
I would have never said that about myself.
For me, you're inspiring.
A very good friend.
Unique. One of a kind. Unique.
I put down special as my last one.
My
What is
last
wrong
one
with me?
Unapologetically herself.
Dude, you're too nice.
No, it's true. We can move straight on.
So awkward.
I feel like we're on a date.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're too nice, honestly.
I'm really not. Like, they're just
Yeah, you are.
truths about you, so.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's?
Yes, I had a very close family and warm, I would say. And I had a very happy childhood. Obviously, there were, things here and there and blips here and there, but overall, I was very loved and I was very happy as a child. How about you?
22, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say I had a happier childhood than most. I wouldn't say my family is very warm.
Okay.
Both my parents and also my sister, they don't like showing emotion a lot. So it's not very warm and like, we know we love each other, but we don't really say how we feel quite a lot.
Okay.
And I would say we're really close though. Like I know I would have my family behind me no matter what. So that's very valuable to me.
That's very important. So a lot of people don't get that. So
yeah, that's definitely true.
How do you feel about your relationship with your mother?
I think I have a good relationship with my mom. It's just she's a very demanding person and she doesn't enjoy seeing weakness or like what she considers as weakness, which is usually getting very emotional. And she's like that as well. She's like very tough. Like she'll do what she needs to do and she'll like get everything done. And she's very caring. But she's very direct and she doesn't really like to show emotion. So I feel like I get that from her as well. Like I get that aspect of her, which makes the relationship complicated, but at the same time we kind of understand each other. Yeah. And I think the most important thing is that if I were to ask someone to do something for me, it would be my mom, because I would trust her 100% to do it right.
That's cute. That's cute.
What about you?
I think my mom is my best friend. But that also means that she's the one that can like upset me the most. She's my best friend. I'll go to her for anything and everything, and she'll always make me feel better. If like she'll have the power to make me feel better, but she also has the power to make me feel really bad.
That's fair.
Like all best friends, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, you get to ask.
Make three true we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling ...
Okay. I'll start. Should we do one each or should we do 3 and 3?
Do 3 and 3 because I have no idea what to say.
Okay. We are both putting ourselves out there by being really honest in this session. Okay. We are both making tangible efforts to create something, because I think in the past we were very happy and content just existing and being and living, and now we're trying to put ourselves out of our comfort zones, both of us. And we are both badass bitches. A funny one to end on. Cool. And I just thought of those on the spot. They were not in my notes. So
I would say we are both being very brave by doing this and answering these questions. Not just because we're online, but because we're doing it to each other as well. I mean, there are things that we're sharing that we're not even putting on here. So
yeah.
we are both, I feel like all of the things that I want to say like come down to like the same thing of being bold. Because
Say
I
it.
want to like we're getting to know each other even better than we did before. And we are learning what each other cares about the most in life, which I don't think we knew before.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
I think we knew a lot about each other, but I don't think I knew a lot about like what your most important things were, or like what
Yeah,
your,
like our values and life thing.
yeah, yeah. So those are mine.
Hey, we got through that question quite well.
Yeah, that was actually really
I was dreading that one. I was like, I
one.
don't know what I
Yeah,
was
I was
doing.
dreading that one
Yeah,
too. I actually forgot it was coming, so.
good.
Complete the sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
My travel experiences.
Oh, why don't you
You?
share them with
You can't
me?
travel as much as me because of his
What?
job. You can't travel as much as. Oh, did you say me or or?
Me.
Well, come travel with me, but you also can't travel as much as me. I could literally travel like tomorrow for a month. You have
That's
school. And
true.
other people that
I
I
have
want to go
school.
traveling with, they all have work. So like I usually end up going on my own or with family. But I wish I had someone sharing travel experiences. I share some of them with people, but like not all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
I put down, I wish I had someone with whom I can share a mentor relationship with. So like a mentor.
That's such a good one. I want that too.
But I knew that for a really long time, so it was easy for me.
Wow, that's a really good one. Okay. If you're going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for her to know.
Fuck, my turn again. Jeez. Oh, yeah, I remember what I put down.
Okay.
I can't even read my own handwriting right now. Okay. I put down that I'm very bitchy when I'm working or if I'm concentrating on something. And I get random mood swings, but it's never about them because it's just something that I go through all the time. And I usually feel really shitty right after anyway. So don't get mad at me.
Okay. I know you get mood swings, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that you were bitchy when you were like working and like really
Oh,
focused
yeah.
on something.
Very
It's good
much
to
so.
know. Good to know.
What am I
Mine
concentrating?
is that I'm very loyal, even though I'm terrible at keeping in touch. So I just want them to know, like, even if you haven't heard from me, like, I'm loyal and I will be there if you need me. Which is really cliche and lame, I guess, but like, I really
No,
do
I never
like
thought
keeping
of
in touch.
that. I kind of feel like I knew that about you though.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes I have to tell my friends, like, I'm I'm genuinely here for you. I love you. I'm loyal, but they don't feel like I am because I'm so bad at keeping in touch. That's what I mean to say. So like, that's what I want you to know. Like, even if I'm terrible at keeping in touch, I do love you. Like, it's not about you. It's nothing personal that I'm like not texting you or anything. But yeah. Oh, the next one's hard. I didn't have an answer for this. Okay,
Oh, I know. I have an answer for this one.
you do?
I even remember it. Yeah. Do you want me to
Okay.
go?
I'll ask it
Should
to
I
you.
be reading it?
Tell your partner what you like about them and be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
You're too cool to be my friend.
What? No,
For
I'm
sure.
not.
You're the coolest person I've met. And you're too cool to be my friend.
That's so nice. That's like the nicest thing anyone
I
could
got
ever
that so
say.
easy, by the way. The first time I saw that question, I knew what I was going to say.
You're so sweet. I think what I would want to tell you
True.
is I always feel like if there's something that I just would love to tell you and I haven't told you before, because I'm quite honest and open with you, I guess, but sometimes I don't tell you how much I really appreciate you getting me and understanding me, and you really do get me like other people don't. And that's something that's super rare, and I feel like I might never find that in anyone else but you ever. So you're like my friend soulmate, I guess. That's what I want to
Oh,
say.
that's really sweet.
That's nice.
Same, by the way. It's
Oh,
always been super easy to get you.
Oh, we're gonna get so gushy and mushy.
I know.
Let's skip to the funny one now. But thank you so much.
Okay.
That's so sweet. I'm like,
I have no idea what I'm gonna say about this one.
okay, you can ask me and I'll tell you mine.
Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life.
So I'm 11 or 12. I think I'm 11 years old, and I haven't started like waxing my legs yet. So I have like hairy like child's legs. Like I'm an 11-year-old, like pre like teen. And one day in gym class, I didn't have my gym clothes, so they made us wear like the stuff, the clothes that they had at school, and they were shorts, and we were outside, and it was really sunny. And this one guy that I had like a crush on a little bit, he points at my legs in front of everyone. He goes like, "Ew, your legs are so hairy!" Like, ew.
That's so
And
rude.
everyone turns around
That's
and
rude.
looks. And we're not too young where it doesn't matter. Like we're at that age where girls are wearing bras and like where they are shaving, and I just had not waxed before, and I was just like on full display leg hair, and it was very very.
That's so
The
rude.
year was 2004 or 3, just for context, because I know leg hair and like body hair is like celebrated now, but back then it was not.
Yeah. Yeah, it really wasn't. Also, like,
That's all.
kids are mean.
Kids are mean, and it was a boy, and it was a boy that I liked.
That's awful of him.
Yeah. And I was
That's
already
fucking awful of him.
I was a late bloomer, so like all the girls were like wearing makeup and like wearing bras, and like I was like a real late bloomer, so it was just so embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you even mean? I've seen pictures of you young.
it was embarrassing. I was a
No,
huge
it's
late bloomer.
no, you weren't.
I was basically like a little, like I was a little like chubby little child, like obsessed with like computers
When
and
were you?
games.
No, you weren't.
I had a lot of baby fat around this age. So I was like 11, 12. And in that time, all the popular girls were wearing bras and like putting on
You
makeup.
were a popular girl. You were in a fucking band.
I wasn't a popular girl. I wasn't. I was like at my school, we didn't have like
That's
crazy
insane to me.
cliques, but I wasn't in the popular group at all. I went
That's
out,
absolutely
but
insane to me.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. We could talk about
Everything
that
I've
later.
heard
Yeah.
and known about you, like, I
People
don't
didn't
understand
like me.
that.
I was bullied. I was bullied till like high school. Like not in high school. I was bullied in middle school.
I
And
don't
then
understand that. How? You're on you have pictures of yourself on stage singing, looking absolutely mind-blowing. What do you even mean?
people didn't care about that. People thought I was annoying.
That's so
Because when I was
dumb.
young, I laughed a lot in class, and I was really talkative and annoying, and I wanted to be everyone's friend. So I guess people like were really annoyed by that, and they bullied me.
That's so stupid to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. What's your embarrassing story?
People are so dumb. I would have been happy to be your friend.
No. Well, I'm glad you
My
found.
embarrassing story. I can't
Yeah.
even. Mm, I remember. Okay, so I was in first year of high school, which means I'm about 14 years old. It was really warm outside, and I kept getting so sweaty for some reason. And I was wearing this really thin blue shirt that I wasn't wearing the school's uniform, which I was supposed to be wearing, but I wasn't. And I was wearing this really thin blue shirt, which showed sweat like crazy. And I kept being in class and sweating so much and thinking, oh my God, why is it so hot in here? And like, why is no one else saying anything? And I was so, so sweaty. And I kept like trying to like fan myself and like trying to get less sweaty, but it wouldn't work.
Did you get
And
like
then like
stains and everything?
pit stains, my back, everything, my tummy, it was so annoying. And like the shirt was completely soaked in my sweat and it was looking so obnoxious. Anyways, so like the break happens and I like get up to go to the bathroom because I'm like sweaty and I like want to go and like, freshen up. And this guy that I like liked so much turns to his friend and goes, oh my God, look at her. Like she has so much sweat on her back. And I heard it.
Gosh.
I was mortified. I like ran to the
That's so
bathroom.
funny. It's similar to mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Just like the things that we get upset as teenagers. Like right now, I go out with like hairy legs.
Yeah, I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I don't care.
fucking hot in here. I don't understand why no one else is sweating.
That's so funny. Aw. That's so funny. I'll ask. When did you last cry in front of another person and by yourself?
I cry all the fucking time, man.
Is there a difference between you crying on your by yourself versus with other people, or not?
There used to be. It's just actually I'm starting to realize how less shy I'm getting, because it used to be really embarrassing for me to cry in front of other people, but then like now
Hmm.
I think I've cried in front of everyone that I know.
Wow, that's good. It's good
The
that you're.
last time I cried was probably yesterday because I was reading something sad.
Oh,
No, yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah,
that means that you can empathize quite well. Because if for example, if you're watching something or you're reading
I
something
like to
and you
think
can
so. I don't
cry for
know.
that, that means that you have really strong empathy.
I mean, I try to understand people. I hope I do. I don't know. I hope that's true. And by myself, yeah, yesterday I was by myself, and last time I cried in front of another person was probably with my partner right now, and that will be the last time we were in a fight a week ago or something.
Cool.
What about you?
I cry a lot when I'm like watching stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I really empathize with the characters. Like it won't even be like a very sad situation, or it'll just be like a regular situation, and I'll feel so bad for them, so I'll just start crying for them, or I'll be like, oh my god, that's so difficult. Like what a difficult choice they have to make, and I'll cry for them. Like it's really annoying. I cry a
No,
lot
it's
for like
not.
other, but then when it's
It's the
about
same thing
myself,
with like what you were saying. It's about being empathetic towards that person.
that's why I was kind of leading in that, like asking if that was the same for you. I don't cry in front of people. I just feel like I can never get that emotional personally in front of other people, unless obviously it's for like acting or something. Then yeah, I can cry. But like I can't just cry when I'm talking about like my issues with people, but I can cry when I'm talking about stuff with my boyfriend. But I usually cry when it's like, for example, the last time I cried with my partner was when I was talking about like my situation now, like because of coronavirus and like all the uncertainties in life, like just that kind of stuff. Like it's about life uncertainties. I cry about that sometimes, but only when I'm talking to someone else about it. Otherwise, I'm pretty good at like bottling things up and just
Oh, I cry all the time. I cry
compartmentalizing.
about everything.
Yeah, yeah. But I cry about like unimportant things a lot, but like about important things, I don't cry so much, is what I'm trying to say. Long story short.
Also, I cry about like my fights. Whenever I'm mad, I'm crying.
Oh yeah, because I cry
So
out of
whenever like
frustration.
telling someone about like a fight that I had with my boyfriend, I would like cry.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I'm a big
awesome.
crybaby.
Oh,
That's established now.
no, it's good to be cry. It's good to be able to be in touch with your feelings, in my opinion.
It's a
You're
bit
like,
too much, but sure.
it's better than nothing.
Okay, let's move on. Tell
Yes,
your partner something that you like about them already.
I like your honesty and candidness.
I like how poised you are.
Poised. Oh, it's probably the Zoom filter.
No, it's not. You're very elegant.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I like
Well,
that.
I'll find a
Very
better one for
calm.
you. I love how oh, I already said that one. I love how
It's fine. You already said one.
special you are.
Dude,
I like that you're very special. You're very different from other people, and I like that about you. Yeah.
I don't get. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I'm just gonna fix my camera. It's defocusing. Hold on.
Fine. Go ahead.
Fixed. There we go. Next question.
You
What, if
really should.
anything, is too serious to be joked about?
This is. I don't know if this is too obvious for like, but like any kind of assault, and also how people look.
Oh, that's interesting. That's not obvious. I mean, the assault one, I would say, yeah, that's just a no-brainer. But how people look, I wouldn't have thought that. That's true. Wow. Mine's pretty morbid. I said child mortality.
Oh wow, yeah. If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
Mine's quite cliche. I think I would regret not having told a few select people how much I truly love them, because I'm not very vocal about my feelings. I don't formulate them. I just hope that people just know from the way that I behave around them. So I don't tell people I love them often, and I would regret them not knowing if they didn't know. How about you?
Can we cut this out if I say something?
Sure. Your
Your
house.
house.
Oh.
Yeah. My turn, no?
I think
Is it?
it's my turn. It's my turn because
Okay, I don't fucking know at this point. I don't know
Your
how, but I
house?
keep getting drunk on these things.
I have to ask the
I
question.
don't understand. Like,
Oh,
I don't understand
well,
why I'm dizzy right now. I really don't.
maybe because you didn't eat enough before you drink.
But like, why the fuck am I dizzy? This is so weird.
We're almost there. We only have 3 questions left.
I'm doing okay right now. I was really off at
Really?
one
Okay.
point.
Your house, containing everything you own, catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be and why?
This is really easy for me. I have a book of I have a picture book that I made recently, and it has like my baby photos, and then it has photos of like me as a child and my mom as a child, like doing the same thing and stuff.
Oh,
I picked them out. I spent like days picking those pictures out, so that would be it.
oh, that's beautiful. See, I thought about my house here, and I don't have stuff like that here.
Oh, here I don't have anything. I would be like,
Yeah.
let it
Oh,
burn.
damn. I think here, if I was in this house here, I have this box of jewelry gifted by my loved ones, which I would take. But if it was my family home, I would definitely take picture books of pictures that are not digital, which is most of them. 100%.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
Yeah.
But you're right. I have jewelry gifted to me as well that I would want to keep.
Mm.
That's true too.
Mm.
Do I have anything else in here? No, I don't. I would really, literally not care about anything else.
You know, there was an earthquake once, and I forgot my cat in the house. This was a few years ago. This was like 2014, and the earthquake happened. Do you remember this earthquake?
I mean, a lot of them happen, so I don't know which one.
No, but the one in Soriar. It was like
I don't think I was
6 or
there.
something. Okay. We were sleeping in, and we just like ran out of the house in our pajamas. And once we were out on the lawn, I thought, oh, shit, Coco. And I felt terrible for forgetting him. But apparently cats are really good at surviving earthquakes because they're very good at sensing when
Hiding
they're
in
safe.
spaces and stuff.
So I felt less bad about it. But now I always know if anything happens, leave the boyfriend, take the cat. The cat is more important.
The boyfriend can run on his own.
Yeah, he has his own legs and he can run. But the cat, that's the one you gotta save.
Yeah.
Next question. It's your turn to ask.
This is of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing? Why?
My mom. She's my best friend, and I can't imagine my life without her. How about you?
Sister.
I thought so.
Obviously, I mean, she's the youngest. It would be the most disturbing for sure.
Yeah. We'll move on. Okay. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you've chosen.
I actually hadn't gotten to this one.
Do you have one? Or?
Go ahead. Maybe I'll remember. I'll think of one.
Okay. I've been doing obviously a lot of soul searching recently. So I just wanted to ask your advice on how would you decide which path to take in a time of huge uncertainty, but also what feels like limitless opportunity or just a chance to change?
Well, I'm the worst person to ask that to.
I don't think so.
I think at times like that, if you're at a point where you don't have any more information that you can get from anyone, then you have to decide on what you have. It's just you have to go with what you are feeling. So whatever you're feeling closest to, whatever you think is the right path to take that one. Don't rely on logic. If you were to decide on logic, you would have already decided by now.
That's true. That's true.
So
With
I
me,
would just
often it's
say,
usually a battle between logic and feeling.
just follow what you feel.
Okay.
Okay, I have one.
Yeah? Okay.
How do you decide on what you want to do and like everything about your life in advance?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you even decide what you're going to be doing in 30 years from now?
I don't think you do. Do you? You
How
don't
do you
decide.
make
Well,
long-term plans?
I'll find a better. I think what I would advise for you would just be, maybe think of it in the opposite. Think of it, what would you be very upset not doing in 30 years time? Like, what do you not want? What do you not want? I'm confusing myself. I think
No,
rather than
you're right.
focusing
Yeah.
on what you want in the next 30 years, think of what you couldn't live without, or what would be so important for you to have. And then kind of don't make a plan, but have that in the back of your mind and manifest that end goal in your daily life. And eventually your subconscious will help move you towards that path, I think.
So what you would regret not having the most?
Yeah. Or think about the bare minimum. Like what would you have to absolutely have in a certain time period? Like in 5 years time, what would you just be so disappointed in yourself if you didn't have by then?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Instead of making like a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan and that bullshit,
Yeah,
that they talk about in
that
business
makes a lot
school.
of sense.
Yeah. That would be my advice.
Yeah, that's good advice. I like that.
And the
That's
second
actually
part of
really
that
helpful.
question, yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. Ask your partner how to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen. So how does it seem like I feel about what I asked you for help about? And that's what it means. If we can't answer that,
It just sounds like you have a habit of being very responsible for yourself and like very, very responsible in terms of your decisions, and you're looking for someone to support you in what you actually want to do instead of what you think is the responsible thing to do.
it's so scarily accurate.
Really?
Yeah.
Ha! Look at me.
Wow. I'm speechless.
Good for me. I can do it even when I'm drunk.
Good. And then for you, I think you might be, because you don't like planning, you might be worrying if you're not planning at all, and if that will make it so that you don't have solid things coming out in the future. But I just want to say, like, no, I think it's fine.
True.
Don't be too hard on how much you plan or don't plan for your future.
It's definitely true that I worry about like if I'll have something solid to like show for all of my effort.
You will, because hard work creates success. So you will have something to show because you work hard. Don't worry.
Okay. Hi.
Well,
Done,
that was the 36 questions. Yeah. How do you feel about it? What do you think? Do you think?
Honestly, I like from this experience, I feel like it's more so like confirmed what I feel about you and what I think about you more than anything. But it also showed me that like I think of you as someone that's like very confident and like very bold and like very like take charge of like whatever they want to do and go for it. But I never thought of you as someone that would ever feel insecure about that. And
so you felt like you got to know me a bit.
Cool to hear that you do it even if you do feel insecure about it. That even like makes me respect you even more because you still do it. And you still look amazing doing it, and you used to like do a really good job at it. So
Similarly to me, I just feel like I knew you quite well before this quiz. I just feel like I've learned more about you, and I've learned more of the important things or the real things that you don't really sit down with people and talk about. Like no one
Yeah,
asks you, what do you value in a friendship? Those kinds of things. And
that's true.
like it's affirmed that I love you and how I feel about you. And it's made me help get to know you more. And I really appreciate that. Like now, in the beginning, I felt kind of like I didn't want to open up. And now I just feel like I'm really glad that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I feel like it was awkward at first, but
I
now
feel
I
so
like feel a
fond
lot
of
better
you.
about it.
Yeah, I feel so fond of you now. I just want to like
Yeah,
hug
me too.
you.
I feel like now we're like we were obviously sharing a journey because we're doing this podcast and it's like awkward, of course.
Yeah,
And this is our third episode, but now I feel more so even like we're sharing a journey.
I agree. I think in terms of if two strangers had done this experiment, and I think if it was in a very controlled environment where they had no outside distractions, they were out of their comfort zone. Think of like a laboratory or something, and they had a long time and they had no guidelines, nothing, and they were just meeting for the first time. Do I think they could fall in love? I think love is a shared experience and shared knowledge and shared ideals. So if they were to agree on points or empathize with each other or have this fondness with each other like we're feeling, I think they could grow to start to love someone. But I think that it comes after a much longer time period than just an hour or two of asking each other questions.
I agree. It's more of like it probably will be more of like an initial infatuation with the person rather than like falling in love.
Absolutely. I think it's a good start though.
I really think it's a good start. I think these are things that a lot of couples wouldn't know about each other either. So
yeah, I think every
it's
couple should sit down and do this.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea for couples that are getting a little bit more serious, to do something like this.
Yeah, I think it's
I
a good
enjoyed it though.
Me too.
Except we also learned that I get drunk off one beer no matter what.
Well, in the other episodes, you always had more to drink, and now it's
I don't understand. You know why? I just realized this is 12% alcohol.
Oh, so you're basically like chugging wine. That's too strong. Don't drink 12% beer on an empty stomach.
Like I promise I'm gonna get this under control. I'm gonna be a good amount of drunk on camera next time.
Okay. But honestly, I think in this one we don't have to cut out anything. I mean, in the other podcast we have to cut out a bit of drunk Senan and drunk.
Except the part where I was like trying to find my notes.
What you're gonna say? Yeah. Oh. Well,
oh God.
Do we have any final closing remarks? I think I really enjoyed that, and I think we shared how.
I think it's a really good activity to do. If you're stuck at home with someone and you're like having drinks and you're looking for somebody to do this is fun.
Absolutely, I think it's a great way to put it.
Also, I would say if someone's watching this and like wants to share their answers, please do. I'd be so curious to read.
That would be awesome. I'll put all the questions in the description box.
And also, you know what would be interesting if someone were to like say how they relate to us if this is like the first time they're seeing us.
I would love that.
Because then it would be like, we're answering these questions for you for the first time.
Yeah, we get to relate to more people. I would love that. All right, so I guess we're signing off. So I
guess.
We're Senan and Steffi, and this was Somewhere on the Runaway.
Somewhere on the Runaway.
I was
supposed to say sorry. I told you I was drunk.
Aw, that's okay. Bye.
Bye.